Wake up before the world does. That's how successful people claim control over their lives instead of reacting to them. Starting the day at 5 a.m. isn't about losing sleep. It's about gaining hours that belong only to you, quiet, focused, and full of clarity. When most people are still asleep, winners are already setting their goals, moving their bodies, and feeding their minds. Success doesn't begin with luck. It begins with intention. The 5 a.m. habit is more than a wake-up time. It's a mindset that reshapes how you live every hour that follows. Today we'll explore why the world's most successful people swear by this early routine and how it gives them a head start in health, focus, productivity, and purpose. You'll learn how small decisions in the morning create massive momentum for the rest of your life. This isn't just about waking up early. It's about waking up to your full potential. If you're ready to take back your time and build the life you keep dreaming about, then let's dive in. Number 1. Wake up at 5 a.m. to gain extra focus. Most people live their lives stuck in a cycle. They wake up just in time to rush out the door, already feeling behind. There's no calm, no space to breathe. They don't even own the first hour of their day. It's taken from them by alarms they dread, by work they haven't prepared for, by distractions they haven't filtered. And over time, this becomes normal. They stop noticing how tired they feel. They stop asking themselves if there's a better way. But there is. And it starts with one simple shift: getting up at 5 a.m. Now, this isn't about joining a trend. This isn't about proving how tough you are. This is about taking back control. Because when you wake up before the world does, something powerful happens. You meet yourself. You find silence, and in that silence, you get to think clearly. You don't have to fight for space. You don't have to compete with emails, texts, news alerts. You get that hour all to yourself, and that's rare in a world that's always pulling at your attention. And let me be direct, most people avoid waking up early because it's hard. But what they miss is this: every hard thing you do for yourself puts you one step ahead. 1 hour early over 365 days. That's 365 hours in a year. That's more than 2 full weeks. You could write a book in that time, build a business plan, learn a new skill, or simply get your mind and body strong enough to handle whatever life throws at you. The world isn't short on opportunity. It's short on people willing to show up before it starts. You know why waking up at 5 a.m. works? Because it removes excuses. It separates those who are serious from those who are just saying the words. Success is not about what you say you want. It's about what you do when no one's watching. And 5 a.m. no one's watching. It's just you and your commitment. And let me tell you, when you build trust with yourself in those quiet hours, it shows up in everything else you do. Now, I'm not saying it's easy at first. You'll be tired. Your bed will feel like the most comfortable place in the universe. Your mind will try to negotiate just 10 more minutes. But here's where the change begins. When you stop negotiating with your comfort and start choosing your future instead. When you decide that the version of you want to become is more important than the momentary pleasure of staying in bed. Waking up early also gives you time to lead yourself. Most people are being led by their circumstances, by their schedule, by other people's priorities. They're reacting all day long. But when you wake up early, you set the tone. You decide what kind of day it's going to be. And more often than not, when you start strong, you stay strong. This one habit affects everything else. It sharpens your focus because there's no noise. You're not answering to anyone yet. You can sit with your thoughts, organize them, and begin the day with intention instead of chaos. That clarity, it multiplies. It makes you more productive, more confident, more stable. It makes you the kind of person others trust because you're not scattered, you're centered. There's also something very real about the feeling of being ahead. You're already moving while most are still asleep. That's not ego, that's advantage. And over time it compounds. Imagine what your life would look like a year from now if you got 1 solid hour of focus every single morning. Think about the discipline that would build, the peace you'd create, the clarity you'd have. That's not hype. That's the outcome of consistent effort. Now let's talk about distractions. They're not just annoying, they're dangerous. They keep you from seeing what matters. But at 5 a.m., those distractions aren't there. Nobody's texting you. Social media isn't calling your name. The world hasn't started throwing demands at you yet. And that's when you can truly think, when you can finally plan, dream, write, or just breathe without interference. And there's something else. Waking up early isn't just about what you do in that hour. It's about who you become because of it. You become someone who follows through, someone who makes time for growth, someone who leads themselves before they lead others. And that kind of self-respect is the foundation of lasting confidence. This isn't about being perfect. You'll miss days, you'll hit snooze sometimes, but every day you get up early, you win something inside. You build proof that you are capable of discipline. You train your mind to serve you, not control you. And that kind of inner strength carries over into every part of your life, your work, your relationships, your health, your goals. It's not about the clock. It's about the ownership. That first hour is yours, and you can use it to shape everything that comes after. Don't give that time away to sleep that doesn't serve you. Don't trade your future for comfort that won't last. Use that time to invest in yourself, to think, to plan, to grow. And here's the truth, most people won't do it. They'll say it sounds good. They'll try it for a day or two, but they'll go back to what's easy, not because they're weak, but because they haven't made a real decision. But you can. You don't have to live by default. You don't have to let the world tell you when to wake up, what to focus on, how to live. You can decide that your time matters, that your life matters, that you are not too busy to change. You just have to start early. Every great change begins with one habit, and for many, this is the one that opens the door. It won't fix everything overnight, but it sets you on a path that fewer people take, but the ones who do. They live with purpose. They don't wander through life, they build it. And that's the difference. Not talent, not luck. Just simple, consistent choices made before the sun comes up. Wake up at 5 a.m. Give yourself that hour. Protect it. Use it well. It's your edge, your advantage, your proof that you're serious about building something better. Not someday, today, starting with that very first hour. Number 2, drink water immediately to rehydrate and boost energy. Most people wake up already behind. Not just on their schedule, but behind on how their body feels. The alarm goes off, they drag themselves out of bed, shuffle to the bathroom, and the first thing they reach for is caffeine or their phone. And then they wonder why they feel drained, why they're irritable, why their energy crashes by mid-morning. It's not just lack of sleep, it's that their body is running on empty. The truth is, by the time you wake up, you've gone around 7 or 8 hours without a single drop of water. That means you're starting your day in a state of dehydration, and that affects how you think, how you feel, how you move, and how productive you are. You can't operate at your best when your body is struggling to function at a basic level. Your brain is foggy, your digestion slows down, your joints are stiff, and your energy is low. But most people don't connect the dots. They skip over the small things, thinking they don't matter. But they do. Drinking water first thing in the morning is one of the most simple, powerful ways to kickstart your body. It's not complicated. It doesn't cost anything, but it works. There's something important about the way you treat your body in the first 10 minutes of your day. It sets the tone. It communicates something to yourself. When you start with water before caffeine, before distractions, before anything else, you're choosing to fuel your body first. You're saying, I value how I feel. I respect my health. I'm starting the day with something that strengthens me, and that one act becomes a pattern. Most people overlook the basics. They're looking for hacks, quick fixes, shortcuts. But the real changes come from consistency with the simple things. Your body is mostly made of water. Every organ depends on it. Your brain needs it to think clearly. Your muscles need it to perform. Your skin, your heart, your digestion, everything depends on hydration. So why not start the day by giving your body exactly what it's been missing? Drinking water early boosts your energy without a crash. It wakes up your internal systems gently and naturally. You feel more alert. You feel refreshed. You're not forcing energy into your system like a cup of coffee does. You're restoring what's already supposed to be there. And when you feel better, you act better. Your mood improves. Your focus sharpens. You're more calm, more patient, more present. A lot of people wake up feeling groggy and assume that's just normal. They think it's because they're not morning people. But the reality is, most of the grogginess isn't from lack of sleep. It's from dehydration. Your body wakes up needing fuel, and instead of giving it what it needs, people give it sugar, caffeine, or nothing at all. No wonder they feel like they're dragging themselves through the first part of their day. When you start your morning with water, you're not just helping your physical body, you're telling yourself that you're worth taking care of, that your health isn't something you treat casually, that you're not going to skip the steps that matter. That kind of mindset, one that values preparation over reaction, carries into everything else you do. One of the most powerful ways to build discipline is to create small wins that stack up over time. Drinking water in the morning might seem too small to matter, but it's the habit behind the habit that counts. You're doing something for your future self. You're choosing action over delay. That's the kind of person who gets things done because they don't wait for motivation. They start with movement. And let's be honest, nobody forgets to check their phone in the morning. Nobody forgets to grab their coffee. But drinking water? Most people skip it, even though their body is begging for it. That's the pattern we're changing here. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You just need to start by choosing what matters when it matters most, right when you wake up. It's also a moment of mindfulness. When you stop, grab that glass or bottle and actually drink slowly and intentionally, you're connecting with yourself. You're not rushing. You're not reacting. You're grounded. That calm, centered feeling, it changes how you handle the next hour of your day. You're not operating out of panic. You're operating with purpose. The best part is, it takes less than a minute. There's no excuse. It's not about time, it's about decision. You either care about your energy or you don't. You either want to show up at your best or you don't. And the people who consistently make this choice, they feel the difference. They perform better. They think better. They recover faster. And if you're serious about building a better life, you don't skip what works. You build your foundation on things that last. Hydration is one of them. It's not flashy, it's not trendy, but it works every single time. It's the kind of habit that strengthens your routines, supports your mental clarity, and keeps your body resilient. If you want to stay sharp, energized, and focused, you have to stop treating your body like its second priority. You have to stop reacting to how you feel and start building the conditions that create strength from the start. That means water before anything else, before notifications, before caffeine, before the world gets loud. Build that into your rhythm. Set the water next to your bed the night before. Make it automatic. Make it the first thing your body receives. Because what you give your body is what you'll get back in return. And when you begin your day, hydrated, clear and fueled, you show up with more to give, more clarity, more drive, more peace. This isn't about chasing perfection. It's about starting with one thing you can control. You might not control the day ahead. You might not control how people treat you, but you can control how you treat yourself. You can choose to wake up and do one thing that tells your body and mind you're not going to live passively anymore. You're taking charge. Drink the water, not later, not when it's convenient. First thing, before excuses can speak, before distractions win. Start there and watch how your body responds. Watch how your mind feels. It's not magic, it's momentum. And once you've got momentum, the next right action becomes easier. You're no longer dragging yourself through the day. You're moving with purpose. And purpose is powerful. When you live with intention, even in the smallest ways, you build a life that reflects that strength. Not by accident, not by luck, but by choice. And that choice begins with a single glass of water first thing in the morning. The habit is simple, but the message is strong. You're not waiting to feel good, you're creating the conditions to be great. Number 3, spend 10 minutes meditating to clear your mind. Every day, most people carry a heavy load they don't even realize. Their minds are crowded with worries, unfinished tasks, and random thoughts jumping from one to another. This noise steals energy and steals focus. It makes simple decisions feel overwhelming. It clouds creativity and drains motivation. People try to push through it with busy work or distractions, but the real problem never leaves. They never clear their minds. Sitting quietly for just 10 minutes in the morning is one of the most overlooked but powerful habits anyone can build. It's not about complicated breathing techniques or emptying your mind completely. It's about giving your brain the space to settle, to stop rushing, to see clearly what's important and what's just noise. When you start your day by sitting still, you're doing something rare in today's world. You're choosing awareness over reaction. You're stepping back before stepping forward. And that makes all the difference. Most people underestimate how much mental clutter slows them down. They live as if their mind is a highway packed with traffic, but they never pull over to rest. Without that pause, thoughts race, emotions run high, and decisions become impulsive or delayed. Meditation is that pause. It's a moment of calm where the mind can organize itself naturally. When the mental fog clears, priorities come into focus, and confidence grows. This isn't about sitting for hours or mastering a spiritual practice. It's simply about dedicating 10 minutes, just 10, to be fully present, to notice your breath, to feel your body, to watch your thoughts without judgment. That brief time creates a ripple effect. It reduces stress, sharpens attention, and strengthens your ability to respond instead of react. In those first minutes after waking, your brain is especially flexible. It hasn't yet been pulled into the chaos of the day. That's why meditating early is so effective. You catch your mind before distractions hijack it. You set a peaceful tone that carries through the hours ahead. Think about how many times during the day your mind wanders to worries that don't help you or fears that aren't true. You replay conversations or imagine worst-case scenarios. This constant mental noise drains your energy and steals your focus. Meditation gives you a break from that. It reminds you that thoughts are just thoughts, they come and go. You don't have to chase them or get caught up in them. There's also a powerful physical response to meditation. When you sit quietly and focus on your breathing, your heart rate slows, your muscles relax, and your stress hormones drop. This simple practice lowers tension and improves your mood before the world even wakes up. You start feeling grounded instead of scattered. It's important to realize that meditation isn't about forcing your mind to be blank. It's about noticing when it drifts and gently bringing it back. This builds mental strength, the same kind that helps you stay focused during long workdays or challenging conversations. It trains your brain to resist distraction and hold attention on what matters. Many people resist meditation because they think their minds are too busy or that they're doing it wrong. The truth is, everyone's mind wanders. That's normal. The skill is in returning to the present moment over and over again. Like training a muscle, the more you practice, the easier it gets. And over time, you'll notice you're less reactive, more patient, and better at handling stress. Starting with just 10 minutes each morning is enough to build this foundation. It's a manageable time commitment, but it delivers lasting benefits. You'll find you approach challenges with a clearer head. You'll make better decisions because you're less clouded by emotion or distraction. You'll feel more connected to yourself and your purpose. This habit also makes room for creativity. When your mind isn't spinning, ideas come more naturally. You tap into problem-solving skills that were buried under noise. You're able to think in new ways and see opportunities where others see obstacles. This clarity can be the difference between being stuck and moving forward. One key to success is consistency. Meditation isn't a magic fix, but it is a steady builder of resilience. When you commit to this small daily practice, you build momentum. Your mind learns what calm feels like. You become less dependent on external validation or distraction. You create an inner sanctuary that's always available, no matter how hectic life gets. It also changes how you experience the day emotionally. Instead of jumping from stress to frustration to overwhelm, you create a gap between stimulus and response. That gap gives you a choice. And with choice comes power. You stop feeling like life is happening to you and start feeling like you're navigating it with skill. In today's world, where everything demands immediate attention, where noise competes for your focus, and where stress is a constant companion, meditation is a tool that helps you reclaim control. It's a daily reminder that peace is possible, even when life is busy. Sitting quietly each morning, even if your mind is restless at first, builds self-trust. You prove to yourself that you can pause, breathe, and return to center. This strengthens your character. It makes you more patient with yourself and others. It softens frustration and increases your ability to listen deeply. You don't need a special place or a fancy cushion. Just find a comfortable spot, sit with your back straight, and focus on your breath. If your mind wanders, that's okay. Bring it back kindly, without judgment. The goal is presence, not perfection. Over time, these 10 minutes become a refuge, a place where you recharge before the day begins. It's a gift you give yourself that pays dividends in clarity, calm, and confidence. You'll notice that problems don't feel so big. Your mood improves. Your relationships get better because you're less reactive and more understanding. Meditation is like tuning an instrument before playing. When your mind is in tune, everything else flows better. Your focus sharpens, your decisions improve, and your energy lasts longer. Without this tune-up, the day's challenges can quickly throw you off balance. Making meditation a part of your morning routine is one of the smartest investments you can make in yourself. It's a habit successful people use to build mental strength, handle stress, and stay focused on what matters most. And you don't need to be an expert to start. The key is to begin, to commit to those 10 minutes and protect them fiercely, because this is where your best thinking happens. This is where you find space to breathe, to listen, to plan. This is where your mind clears so you can lead your day instead of letting it lead you. The value of this habit isn't measured by how calm you feel the first few days. It's measured by how you show up weeks, months, and years down the road. When meditation becomes your daily foundation, your mind becomes your greatest asset instead of your biggest obstacle. If you want to move through your days with more peace, more clarity, and more control, take those 10 minutes to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and clear your mind. That small act builds the strength to face any challenge with a calm heart and a clear mind. This habit is not a luxury. It's a necessity for anyone serious about success, because success without peace is empty, and peace without clarity is fragile. Meditation gives you both. Number 4, write down your top 3 goals for the day. The truth is, most people wander through their days without a clear target. They move from task to task, email to email, meeting to meeting, hoping something meaningful gets done. By evening, they feel exhausted, but unsatisfied. This happens because their day isn't guided by clear priorities. It's like setting out on a trip without knowing the destination. No matter how much ground you cover, you don't get where you want to be. Writing down your top 3 goals for the day changes everything. It's not about creating a long, overwhelming to-do list that drains your energy before you even start. It's about zeroing in on what truly matters, the few things that, if completed, will make the day a success. When you choose just 3 goals, you force clarity. You force discipline. You force yourself to decide what deserves your time and attention. And that decision alone empowers you. When your day begins with this simple step, you reduce mental clutter. Your brain isn't trying to juggle 50 priorities at once. You're focused on a few concrete targets. This focus makes you more productive because your actions are purposeful, not random. Instead of reacting to whatever seems urgent or distracting, you act intentionally. Most people underestimate how much power there is in writing things down. When you put pen to paper, your brain processes information differently. Goals become more real, more tangible. This creates a mental contract with yourself. You're no longer hoping to accomplish something. You're committing to it. Choosing 3 goals also helps manage overwhelm. Life throws many demands your way, and it's easy to get lost in trying to do everything. But success rarely comes from doing everything. It comes from doing the right things well. That's why it's crucial to identify which 3 actions will move the needle most. These goals should be clear and specific. Vague intentions like work on project or be productive don't give you direction. Instead, write down actionable targets like finish the client proposal, call 3 potential partners, or write 500 words for the report. Specificity fuels progress. Another benefit is that having your goals visible keeps you accountable. When you glance at your list throughout the day, it reminds you what matters. It pulls you back from distractions. It sharpens your focus when you start to drift. This consistent reminder helps you make decisions that align with your priorities instead of drifting aimlessly. Some people resist setting goals because they fear failure or feel overwhelmed by pressure. But the alternative, wandering without direction, is far more damaging. Without clear goals, days slip by without real progress. And over time, that builds frustration, self-doubt, and burnout. Writing down your top 3 goals creates momentum. Each completed goal releases a sense of achievement. That feeling motivates you to keep going. It builds confidence because you see yourself making progress. When you cross a goal off your list, you're reinforcing the habit of finishing what you start. It's also important to set goals that align with your bigger vision. If your daily goals connect to your long-term ambitions, each day becomes a building block towards something meaningful. This connection fuels motivation because your actions have purpose. Taking time each morning to reflect and decide on these 3 goals trains your mind to prioritize. It teaches you to recognize what's important versus what's urgent. Many people confuse urgency with importance and end up spending their time on distractions. Setting clear goals helps you break that pattern. Writing goals down also enhances your ability to plan and manage time. When you know exactly what you want to accomplish, you can allocate your hours accordingly. You avoid the trap of jumping between low-value tasks that fill time but don't move you forward. Another advantage is that clear goals reduce decision fatigue. Instead of constantly wondering what to do next, you have a roadmap for your day. This clarity saves mental energy, leaving you more focused and less stressed. The process itself is simple and fast. After your meditation or quiet moment, take a notebook or planner and write down your top 3 goals. Make it a ritual. The act of writing grounds your intentions and sets your mind on a productive path. As the day unfolds, refer back to your list often. Use it as a tool to evaluate choices and manage distractions. When tempting interruptions come, ask yourself, will this help me reach one of my 3 goals? If the answer is no, you have permission to say no. This habit builds discipline over time. It trains you to respect your own priorities and time. It creates structure without rigidity. You learn to adapt your actions but keep your focus steady. People who regularly write down their daily goals consistently outperform those who don't. They finish more projects, experience less stress, and feel more in control of their lives. They gain confidence because they see tangible proof of their progress. There's also a psychological boost in choosing only 3 goals. It prevents overwhelm and encourages completion. Finishing 3 meaningful tasks each day might sound small, but over weeks and months it leads to significant achievements. This practice also helps manage expectations. Instead of trying to do too much and failing, you commit to what's realistic. That builds self-trust. You prove to yourself that you can set achievable goals and meet them. It's important to be honest with yourself when choosing these goals. Avoid picking things that don't really matter or are there just to make you feel busy. Prioritize impact, not busyness. Sometimes your 3 goals will be challenging. That's a good sign. It means you're stretching and growing. Other days, they might be simpler to manage energy. The key is balance, pushing yourself forward without burning out. When you write down your goals, you create a daily checklist that guides your actions and decisions. It helps you stay on track, avoid procrastination, and handle interruptions with clarity. This habit also supports reflection. At the end of the day, you can look back at your goals and see what worked, what didn't, and why. That insight sharpens your future planning and builds continuous improvement. The power of this simple habit can't be overstated. It transforms chaos into order. It turns vague intentions into concrete actions. It makes success something you build intentionally, one day at a time. Building the discipline to write your top 3 goals each morning is an act of respect for yourself. It says you deserve clarity. You deserve progress. You deserve to end each day knowing you moved closer to your dreams. Start with this practice and watch how it changes your relationship with time, focus, and achievement. This isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter. It's about owning your day instead of letting it own you. Writing down your top 3 goals each morning is a foundation habit that supports everything else you want to accomplish. It's the anchor in your routine that keeps you steady when distractions pull hard. It's a compass that points you toward what matters. When you commit to this habit, you're not just planning your day, you're shaping your future. You're deciding what your life will look like, one purposeful step at a time. Number 5. Exercise for 20 minutes to increase physical energy. Waking up early is tough for many because the body feels sluggish, weighed down by yesterday's stress, and the mind foggy from restless sleep. Most people believe that energy comes from caffeine or quick fixes, but real energy is rooted deep in your body's movement. Exercise for just 20 minutes in the morning isn't about becoming a fitness fanatic or training for a marathon. It's about waking your body up the right way, igniting your physical energy to fuel your whole day. The reality is simple. When your body moves, your energy rises and your mind sharpens. Without that physical spark, even the best plans can feel like climbing a mountain. Physical movement triggers a powerful chain reaction inside you. Your heart beats faster, sending oxygen and nutrients rushing through your blood. This awakens your muscles and energizes your brain. The endorphins released during exercise lift your mood naturally, dissolving the heaviness that so often greets you in the morning. This burst of vitality can be the difference between dragging through the day or meeting it head-on. Many avoid exercise because they think it's exhausting or time-consuming. But that's a misunderstanding. The kind of movement you need is brief, purposeful, and designed to build energy, not drain it. You don't need to spend hours sweating or pushing beyond your limits. Just 20 minutes of consistent activity is enough to awaken your entire system and prepare you to perform at your best. Imagine the feeling after 20 minutes of walking briskly, stretching, or doing simple bodyweight exercises. Your muscles warm up, tension melts away, and you feel more alive. That's the kind of energy that no cup of coffee can replace. When you commit to moving your body early, you break the cycle of morning stiffness and mental sluggishness. There's also a psychological effect at play. Starting the day with exercise sets a tone of discipline and self-care. It sends a message to your brain that you're serious about your health and productivity. That mindset carries forward into your work and relationships. It builds confidence because you start the day having accomplished something meaningful for yourself. Many successful people credit their mornings to movement. It's not about looking a certain way, but about feeling ready to tackle challenges. Exercise fuels mental clarity, improves focus, and strengthens resilience against stress. It reduces feelings of anxiety that so often build overnight. When your body moves, your mind becomes clearer and more capable of solving problems. This movement doesn't have to be complicated. Simple routines like stretching, yoga, a quick jog, or jumping jacks can do the trick. The key is consistency. 20 minutes every morning, without fail, trains your body to expect movement. Over time, it becomes easier to get up and go because your body and mind crave that energy boost. People often think they'll exercise later or when they have more time, but the truth is, the morning is when it's easiest to build this habit. Later in the day, distractions pile up, fatigue sets in, and motivation wanes. Exercising first thing ensures it doesn't get pushed aside. It creates a foundation of energy that helps you move through your day with strength and stamina. Starting with small steps matters. If you haven't exercised in a while, don't try to do too much at once. 20 minutes of gentle movement is enough to activate your body and mind. As your strength builds, you can increase intensity or try new activities. The important thing is to build momentum by showing up for yourself every morning. The physical benefits go beyond just energy. Morning exercise improves circulation, supports a healthy metabolism, and boosts your immune system. These effects compound, making you stronger and more resilient over time. You become less vulnerable to the fatigue and stress that knock most people off balance. Exercise also enhances your sleep quality. When you move in the morning, your body clock resets, helping you fall asleep more easily at night. This creates a cycle where better sleep fuels better energy the next day. It's a positive feedback loop that sets you up for lasting success. The way your body feels after morning exercise affects your attitude. Instead of starting the day feeling like a burden, you feel capable and ready. Your posture improves, your breathing deepens, and your senses sharpen. This physical alertness feeds your emotional strength. You're more patient, more focused, and better equipped to handle challenges calmly. One challenge people face is overcoming the initial resistance to getting out of bed and moving. It's natural to feel tired or unmotivated, but pushing through those first moments is what builds character. Each morning you choose movement over comfort, you strengthen your willpower and build momentum. It helps to have a routine that fits your lifestyle and preferences. Whether it's a quiet stretch by the window, a quick set of bodyweight exercises, or a brisk walk outside, find what feels good and stick with it. Variety can keep it interesting, but consistency is key. Another advantage of morning exercise is that it frees up your evenings. Many people struggle to find time or energy to work out after a long day. By moving early, you check that important task off your list and avoid the stress of fitting it in later. This creates balance and makes your whole day smoother. Exercise in the morning also wakes up your senses. The smell of fresh air during a walk, the feel of your muscles stretching, or the rhythm of your breath during movement reconnect you with your body. This physical presence grounds you in the moment and sets a powerful tone for the day. People who start their day with exercise often notice increased creativity and problem-solving ability. When your body is energized, your brain works better. This allows you to tackle complex tasks and come up with fresh ideas instead of feeling stuck or overwhelmed. It's important to approach this habit with kindness toward yourself. Some days will be easier than others. If you're tired or sore, gentle movement is still beneficial. The goal isn't perfection, but consistency. Over time, this builds strength physically and mentally. Avoid thinking of exercise as a chore. Instead, view it as a gift you give yourself. It's the time you take to care for your body and mind so you can perform at your best. This shift in mindset changes how you approach movement and increases your commitment. Starting your day with exercise also helps regulate your emotions. Physical activity reduces stress hormones and increases feel-good chemicals like serotonin. This emotional boost can prevent the negativity and frustration that derail so many mornings. Don't underestimate the ripple effect this habit creates. The energy you build in those 20 minutes carries through meetings, decisions, and interactions. You'll find you're less reactive, more patient, and more focused throughout the day. When this habit becomes part of your routine, it creates a sense of accomplishment before you even face your first email or phone call. That feeling fuels confidence and determination, helping you overcome obstacles with less effort. If waking up early to exercise feels hard, start small. Even 5 minutes of movement is better than none. Gradually increase until you reach 20. The key is showing up daily and making this time non-negotiable. Exercise in the morning is not just about fitness. It's about preparing your whole self, body, mind, and spirit for the day's demands. It's a way to invest in your most valuable asset, your health and energy. Number 6. Avoid checking phone or emails during early morning hours. Most people reach for their phone the moment they wake up. It's become a habit, almost automatic, eyes opening and immediately scanning for notifications, messages, or news. But this reaction often sets the tone for the entire day, and not in a good way. The reality is, starting your morning by diving into emails, social media, or news feeds can drain your focus and increase stress before you've even fully woken up. It pulls your mind away from your own priorities and traps you in other people's agendas. This isn't just a minor distraction, it's a significant barrier between you and a powerful, intentional morning. When you check your phone first thing, your brain gets bombarded with a flood of information that isn't curated for your best self. You face demands, worries, and distractions right away. It's like starting a race while carrying heavy baggage. Instead of focusing on your goals, your mind shifts to problems or requests from others. You lose the calm and clarity you need to set a productive tone. This habit can lead to feeling overwhelmed and reactive rather than composed and proactive. Avoiding your phone or emails early in the morning allows you to reclaim control over your mind and day. The morning is a precious window of time when your brain is fresh and hasn't been pulled into the noise of the world. Protecting this time means you can direct your energy where it matters most, on your personal growth, your goals, and your priorities. You don't have to respond to every message immediately or get caught up in the endless scroll of social media. That can wait until later when you are more alert and ready to handle it. This break from digital distractions lets you build mental strength. You become aware of your own thoughts and feelings before outside influences intervene. That space helps you to plan intentionally and focus deeply. It also reduces anxiety and stress that come from reacting to urgent or negative news. Instead of reacting to everything thrown your way, you build the ability to respond thoughtfully and with purpose. Many successful people practice this discipline. They understand that their mornings are for themselves, not others. They don't jump into other people's problems or demands before they've handled their own priorities. This habit is about setting boundaries and respecting your own time and energy. It's a way of saying, this time is mine to prepare, grow, and focus. You might think skipping the morning check-in means you're ignoring important things, but it actually makes you more effective. When you do check your phone later, you're clearer about what needs immediate attention and what can wait. You're less reactive and more strategic. This habit helps you avoid wasting energy on trivial or distracting matters early on. The sensation of silence and stillness in the morning is powerful. It allows you to feel present and calm instead of rushed or overwhelmed. Not reaching for your phone creates a moment of peace where you can listen to your own thoughts, set intentions, and mentally prepare for the day. This quiet focus is rare in modern life, yet it is essential for clear thinking and purposeful action. Breaking this habit is not easy because technology is designed to grab your attention. Notifications are made to feel urgent, and messages often trigger emotional responses. The first few mornings without checking your phone might feel strange or uncomfortable. You may feel a pull to look just to see what's happening. But that discomfort is temporary and grows weaker as your new routine takes hold. Start by setting clear boundaries. Charge your phone in another room or out of reach during your morning routine. Use tools like Do Not Disturb mode or app timers to limit access. Make a commitment to yourself that you won't check anything digital for at least the first hour after waking up. Protect that time fiercely. Instead of grabbing your phone, fill that space with habits that build you up. Read something inspiring, write your goals, or focus on breathing and mindfulness. This strengthens your ability to choose what you consume, instead of reacting blindly to distractions. The quality of what you feed your mind first thing matters deeply. Positive, uplifting, or purposeful content fuels motivation and clarity, while random scrolling drains your energy. Notice how your mood changes when you avoid early phone use. You might feel less stressed, more centered, and more in control. This leads to better decision-making and more focused work. When you start your day calm and clear, you can handle challenges with greater patience and resilience. This habit also enhances your relationships. Instead of starting the day distracted or reactive, you're present and ready for meaningful interactions. Whether it's family, colleagues, or friends, your energy and attention become gifts you offer, not fragments lost in the noise of notifications. Some mornings will be tougher than others. The temptation to check in will be strong, especially when you feel uncertain or anxious. That's precisely why this habit matters so much. It trains you to resist impulsive reactions and cultivate inner calm and strength. Over time, this self-discipline grows into a powerful asset. The benefits extend beyond the morning hours. Avoiding early phone use encourages better sleep habits. When you don't bring screens close to bedtime or wake up immediately to them, your body's natural rhythms improve. This helps you fall asleep more easily and wake up feeling more refreshed. A good night's rest is the foundation of sustained energy and focus. Remember, this isn't about rejecting technology. It's about mastering how and when you use it. Technology should serve you, not control you. Choosing when to engage means you decide the terms. The morning is your time to prepare, not to be prepared by external demands. Cultivating this habit is a simple yet profound step toward greater freedom in your daily life. It's one of the clearest ways to start each day with intention, clarity, and calm. When you consistently protect your morning from digital distractions, you build a habit that supports all your other efforts to grow, succeed, and thrive. Every day you delay this choice is a day you let the outside world hijack your focus and energy before you've even begun. But each morning you resist that pull. You create space to own your day, your mindset, and your life. The strength to wait, to choose, and to focus in those early hours is a strength that will echo through every part of your life. It is the foundation for true, lasting success. Number 7. Plan your day with a clear schedule and priorities. Waking up early and gaining those precious extra hours won't mean much if the day that follows is scattered, disorganized, or filled with endless distractions. Most people get overwhelmed because they don't have a clear plan guiding them. When the morning starts, their energy is high, but their direction is foggy. Without a deliberate plan, the day becomes reactive, rushing from one task to another without real progress or purpose. The frustration of being busy but not productive is a feeling almost everyone knows too well. It's like running on a treadmill going nowhere. The moment when you decide to plan your day with a clear schedule and defined priorities, you take the reins and steer your life instead of letting it steer you. A clear plan is more than just a to-do list. It's a blueprint for how you want your day to unfold. It's a mental map that guides your focus and energy toward what truly matters. The absence of this clarity makes it easy to get caught up in trivial tasks, urgent interruptions, or distractions that don't move you forward. That's why successful people don't leave their days to chance. They take the time early on to decide what the day's priorities are and how their time will be spent. This isn't about overloading your schedule with endless work. It's about making conscious choices about where you invest your effort. When you plan your day in the early morning, your mind is fresh and you're less influenced by outside pressures. You can reflect calmly on what must be done, what's urgent, and what can wait. This mental clarity allows you to structure your day logically, breaking down big goals into manageable steps. Without a plan, tasks pile up and overwhelm grows. But with a plan, you take control and create momentum. Each completed task builds confidence and energy to tackle the next one. A well-thought-out schedule also helps reduce stress. When you know what to expect, the uncertainty that often causes anxiety diminishes. You feel a sense of direction, and that brings calm. This calm isn't passive. It's a powerful state where you can think clearly and act decisively. A scattered mind wastes energy on worrying about what to do next. A planned mind uses energy to make progress. Setting priorities is the cornerstone of effective planning. Not every task holds equal weight. Some are vital for your success, while others are distractions dressed up as important. Prioritizing means making tough decisions about where your time goes. It means saying no to things that don't align with your bigger goals. This takes discipline because it's easy to fall into the trap of busyness, filling your day with activity that feels productive but doesn't really move the needle. Think of your day like a set of blocks. The most important high-value activities should be placed first, at the beginning, when your energy and focus are at their peak. Lesser tasks and routine chores can be slotted later. If you start your day with the most crucial work, you ensure that your priorities are addressed before distractions or fatigue set in. This habit builds momentum and satisfaction, fueling you to keep going. Another powerful aspect of planning your day is the flexibility it offers. A schedule isn't meant to be rigid or restrictive. It's a guide. Life throws curveballs, and unexpected challenges arise. But when you have a clear plan, you can adjust with intention rather than panic. You know what can be delayed, what must be moved, and how to regroup without losing sight of your goals. The act of writing down your schedule and priorities also strengthens commitment. It moves ideas from your head onto paper or a digital tool. This externalizes your intentions and makes them real. It's easier to hold yourself accountable when you see your plan laid out clearly. Crossing off completed tasks provides a visible sense of achievement, boosting motivation. Successful people consistently use this step to maintain high productivity. They don't rely on memory or hope they'll get around to it. They create their day with purpose and direction. This practice separates those who achieve their goals from those who drift through their days. Planning your day early also helps in managing energy, not just time. You know when you're at your best mentally and physically and can schedule demanding tasks accordingly. You can plan breaks and moments to recharge, preventing burnout. This balanced approach keeps you sustainable over time. In addition to personal tasks, planning helps manage relationships and commitments. When you schedule meetings, calls, or family time intentionally, you give them the respect they deserve without letting them disrupt your productivity. Planning creates boundaries around your time, so you can be fully present in each moment, whether working or connecting with others. Many people underestimate the power of this habit because it feels like it takes time, precious morning minutes they want to spend getting started. But those few minutes invested in planning save hours of confusion, wasted effort, and stress later. The return on this small investment is huge. Another critical part of planning is reviewing your progress. At the end of each day or during your morning planning session, glance back at what you accomplished and what didn't get done. This review helps you adjust your priorities and learn from experience. It keeps you honest about where your time really goes and where improvements are needed. Creating a clear schedule also encourages you to chunk your day into focused periods of work and rest. Multitasking scatters your attention and lowers efficiency. Planning allows you to block time for deep work on important projects and time for recovery. This rhythm enhances quality and quantity of output. In today's world, distractions come from every angle: messages, notifications, unexpected requests. Without a clear plan, it's easy to be pulled in many directions, leaving you drained and unfulfilled. A schedule acts like a shield, helping you stay aligned with your goals instead of spinning your wheels on random demands. Setting priorities forces you to clarify what success means each day. It helps you break down big dreams into actionable steps. That clarity turns overwhelming ambition into achievable progress. Each day planned well brings you closer to your vision. The power in planning your day lies in the intentional choice you make every morning. It's a commitment to lead your life with purpose, not drift through it by chance. This discipline creates momentum, reduces stress, improves focus, and builds confidence. When you do this consistently, you transform ordinary days into stepping stones of extraordinary achievement. Every morning that starts with a clear plan is a morning where you take control over your time, your energy, and your results. That control is the foundation of lasting success. The small but steady act of planning each day shapes a future where your goals aren't just dreams, but realities you actively build. Number 8. Read or listen to something inspiring every morning. Starting your day without feeding your mind with something positive and inspiring is like trying to build a house without a foundation. It's a reality most people face. Rushing into the chaos of daily life with no mental preparation, no boost to their spirit, no spark to ignite their inner drive. You wake up, you stumble through your morning, and often your thoughts drift into worries, complaints, or just a fog of dullness. That kind of start puts you behind the game before the day even really begins. The truth is, the quality of your morning mindset often sets the tone for everything that follows. When you begin each day by reading or listening to something uplifting, you deliberately choose to nourish your thoughts, and that decision changes everything. The moment you open a book, tune into a podcast, or listen to a speech that lifts you up, your brain shifts. You start to see possibilities where before there was doubt. You build strength where before there was weakness. You find motivation where before there was hesitation. This isn't about just filling time. It's about changing your internal dialogue, the conversations you have with yourself. These conversations shape your attitude, your energy, and your actions. If your morning is filled with inspiration, you'll naturally move through your day with more confidence and resilience. It's important to choose what you consume carefully. Not everything labeled inspirational will have a lasting impact. The best materials challenge you, stretch your thinking, and encourage you to grow. They push you out of comfort and complacency. They remind you of your potential and your responsibility to use it. Imagine the effect of starting every day with a message that makes you want to be better, do better, and live better. Over time, these moments add up, building a mindset that's focused on progress and purpose. This practice also helps break the cycle of negative news or distracting social media that so many people fall into first thing in the morning. When you reach for a quick scroll through your phone, you're often exposing yourself to information designed to provoke fear, jealousy, or anxiety. This mental clutter can weigh you down and scatter your focus. Choosing inspiration instead is like clearing the fog and opening a window to fresh air. It primes your brain for creative thinking and problem-solving instead of reaction and worry. There's also a sensory element here that you can't overlook. The sound of a calm, motivating voice or the rhythm of carefully chosen words can influence your mood profoundly. Reading a few paragraphs of an insightful book or listening to a compelling story can calm a racing mind or energize a sluggish spirit. This early emotional input works like a guide, setting your feelings in the right direction before the day's demands hit. This habit doesn't require hours of your morning. Even 10 or 15 minutes can create a significant shift. It's about the consistent daily input that compounds over weeks, months, and years. Each day you spend feeding your mind with inspiration, you build a stronger foundation for mental toughness and creativity. When challenges arise, and they always will, you'll find it easier to draw on this inner strength because you have been nurturing it regularly. Another powerful benefit is that inspiration fuels belief in yourself and your goals. Sometimes the hardest part of pursuing success is overcoming self-doubt or discouragement. By immersing yourself in stories of people who have faced obstacles and succeeded, or by reflecting on timeless wisdom, you remind yourself that obstacles are normal and can be overcome. This reassurance strengthens your resolve and pushes you forward when motivation wanes. In addition, the ideas and lessons you absorb during this quiet time often influence your decisions throughout the day. You might find yourself approaching problems with a fresh perspective or interacting with others more positively. Inspiration creates a ripple effect, touching every part of your life. For those serious about growth, this daily habit becomes a cornerstone. It's a simple action with profound impact. By reading or listening to something inspiring each morning, you create a ritual that centers your mind and fuels your passion. This ritual becomes a daily commitment to yourself and your potential. It's a way of saying, I choose to grow today, no matter what. This habit also creates a kind of mental discipline. When you commit to starting your day this way, you develop consistency in nurturing your mind. Discipline is built in small actions done repeatedly, and this is a perfect example. Over time, you become less dependent on external circumstances to feel motivated because you build an internal reservoir of encouragement and insight. Many successful people attribute part of their achievement to what they consume mentally every day. They know that talent and opportunity are important, but mindset is what determines how far they'll go. The early morning is a prime time to plant seeds of motivation and clarity. Neglecting this is like ignoring a powerful tool that's available every single day. This habit also signals to your subconscious mind that you value growth and success. That signal influences your actions, choices, and priorities throughout the day. When your subconscious aligns with your conscious goals, your energy flows in the right direction. Without this alignment, your efforts can feel scattered or stalled. What you choose to read or listen to can vary based on your goals. It might be a chapter from a personal development book, a motivational speech, a story about someone's journey, or even thoughtful reflections on life and purpose. The key is that it speaks to your soul and encourages action. Sometimes, simply hearing someone else's experience can ignite your own determination. If you can, find materials that resonate deeply, that challenge your limits, and that expand your vision. Avoid shallow or trivial content that doesn't serve your growth. The more meaningful the input, the stronger the impact. Another advantage of this habit is that it can become a form of self-care. It's a moment of stillness and connection with your inner self before the world's noise takes over. This quiet time nurtures emotional balance and mental clarity, which are essential for sustained success and happiness. Even on days when motivation feels distant, returning to your morning inspiration can rekindle your drive. It reminds you why you started and what you're working toward. This reminder can be the difference between giving up and pushing through. It's also worth noting that this habit sets a positive tone for the people around you. When your mindset is strong and focused, your energy influences your family, friends, and co-workers. Inspiration spreads through action, not just words. In short, investing time each morning to read or listen to something inspiring is a powerful habit that shapes your mindset and your day. It helps you overcome negativity, build confidence, and keep your eyes on what matters most. Over time, this daily practice transforms your mindset into a source of unstoppable strength. It fuels your purpose and lights the path to your success. Number 9. Reflect on gratitude to set a positive mindset early. When you wake up, the world doesn't just hand you a good mood or a positive mindset. Most people drag themselves out of bed, weighed down by worries, stress, or a sense of just getting through the day. It's easy to fall into the trap of focusing on what's wrong, what's missing, or what's going to go badly. That kind of mindset is a heavy burden. It holds you back from doing your best, from seeing opportunity, and from feeling energized to tackle your goals. One of the most powerful ways to flip that script is through gratitude. Taking time every morning to reflect on what you're thankful for rewires your brain to look for the good instead of the bad. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you for random things. It's about deliberately noticing and appreciating the things, people, and experiences that add value to your life. When you start the day with this focus, it acts like a shield against negativity. It softens the harsh edges of stress and doubt. It helps you approach your challenges with a clearer and more hopeful perspective. People often underestimate how much their mindset influences their reality. Feeling grateful doesn't erase problems, but it changes how you experience them. It helps you find strength where you thought there was none. Thinking about gratitude early in the day engages your emotions in a positive way. You might feel warmth, relief, or even a quiet joy. These feelings set a tone that colors everything else you do. Instead of being stuck in tension or frustration, your mind opens to possibilities and solutions. This doesn't happen by accident. It requires a conscious decision to pause and reflect, to turn your attention to what's working instead of what's broken. The habit of reflecting on gratitude helps you gain perspective. Life is full of ups and downs. When your mind is focused only on the downs, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. But gratitude reminds you of the foundation beneath your feet. It grounds you in reality, showing that even amid struggles, there are things worth valuing. This grounding creates emotional resilience, which is essential for anyone trying to grow or succeed. You might think, I don't have much to be grateful for, especially on tough days. But gratitude doesn't require grand things. It starts with small, everyday details. The roof over your head, the air you breathe, the people who care about you, the opportunity to learn something new. These are all valid reasons to feel grateful. By focusing on these small blessings, you shift your brain away from scarcity and toward abundance. This shift is the foundation of a positive mindset. The way you practice gratitude can vary. Some people write down 3 things they are thankful for each morning. Others might simply take a quiet moment to think about what they appreciate. The method is less important than the consistency. The more regularly you do it, the more natural it becomes. Soon you start to notice good things without even trying. This automatic awareness makes your mindset stronger and more positive over time. Gratitude also connects deeply to your emotional well-being. When you appreciate what you have, you reduce feelings of envy, anger, or dissatisfaction. This doesn't mean you stop striving for more or stop facing your challenges. It means you approach those goals with a healthier heart. You're not chasing success out of desperation or lack. You're moving toward growth from a place of strength and contentment. When you start your day reflecting on gratitude, you invite a sense of peace. This peace isn't passive or weak. It's an active calmness that prepares you to face whatever comes. Instead of reacting to stress or setbacks, you respond with patience and clarity. This kind of mindset makes your efforts more effective because you're not wasting energy on frustration or negativity. There's also a practical benefit to this habit. When you feel grateful, you're more likely to be kind, patient, and understanding with others. These qualities improve your relationships, which in turn support your success and happiness. Gratitude fuels generosity and compassion, which build strong connections in both your personal and professional life. This habit can serve as a powerful daily reminder of your purpose. When you appreciate the things that matter, you clarify what's truly important. This clarity helps you make better choices about where to invest your time and energy. It prevents you from getting caught up in distractions or trivial problems that don't serve your long-term goals. Another important aspect of reflecting on gratitude is that it slows you down in a fast-paced world. Life moves quickly, and it's easy to rush through your morning without really being present. Gratitude invites you to pause and notice. This moment of stillness strengthens your mental focus and emotional balance. It's a chance to connect with yourself before the noise of the day takes over. If you commit to this practice, you'll notice changes not only in how you feel, but also in how you perform. Gratitude sharpens your attention, improves your mood, and makes you more resilient. When you face obstacles, you're more likely to keep going because you recognize the good alongside the challenge. This balanced view reduces overwhelm and builds confidence. Some of the most successful people attribute part of their mental toughness to gratitude. They understand that success isn't just about talent or hard work. It's also about mindset. Gratitude helps maintain a positive mindset that keeps them moving forward when things get tough. It's a secret weapon that anyone can use. Over time, reflecting on gratitude builds a mental habit that automatically shifts your focus toward what's good. This mental habit makes your mornings more peaceful and your days more productive. It transforms your outlook from one of lack to one of plenty. It teaches your mind to seek out solutions, not problems. This habit doesn't take much time, but it requires commitment. It asks for a daily choice to see your life through a lens of appreciation. That choice may feel small, but its impact is huge. It changes how you feel, what you believe, and ultimately, how you live. Each morning, when you pause to reflect on gratitude, you're setting a foundation that supports everything you do. You're equipping yourself with mental and emotional tools to face the day with strength and hope. This habit isn't just about feeling good. It's about building the kind of mindset that drives success and fulfillment. Gratitude anchors you in the present moment. It reminds you that even in the midst of challenges, there is something to hold on to. This reminder fuels courage and persistence. It makes you more aware of the positive energy around you and inside you. Starting your day with gratitude isn't just a nice idea, it's a practical strategy for winning at life. It trains your mind to focus on progress, value, and opportunity. It reduces stress and increases happiness. It helps you become the person you want to be, someone who faces the world with confidence and grace. When gratitude becomes a habit, it changes everything about how you experience your day and your life. Number 10. Stick to this routine daily for lasting success habits. The truth is, nobody becomes successful overnight by trying something once or twice. Most people jump from one idea to the next, never giving themselves enough time to build real momentum. The biggest mistake you can make is expecting quick results without putting in consistent effort day after day. The reality is, lasting success depends on habits, not one-time actions. And habits don't form by accident, they form through repetition. Sticking to a daily routine, especially one that starts early and sets a positive tone, is the foundation of building success that lasts. When you commit to waking up at 5 a.m. and following a clear routine, you're investing in your future self. That future self will thank you because the small steps you take every morning add up. Consistency is what builds muscle, sharpens your mind, and strengthens your resolve. Without it, even the best ideas and intentions fall apart. This isn't a secret. It's simple but not easy. It requires discipline and a deep understanding that each day is a brick in the structure of your life. Most people start strong with new habits but lose steam after a few days or weeks. That's natural because change challenges the brain. It fights the unfamiliar and clings to old patterns. Your brain resists because it's wired to keep things comfortable and predictable. But comfort zones don't lead to growth. To succeed, you must push past that resistance and choose the routine, even when it feels difficult or boring. This is the moment where character is built. Success doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's built through the small wins that happen consistently. When you stick to your morning routine, waking early, hydrating, meditating, writing goals, exercising, planning, avoiding distractions, reading inspiration, and practicing gratitude, you create a powerful momentum. Each day, you're training yourself to be disciplined and focused. This momentum carries you through tougher days when motivation alone wouldn't be enough. Creating this routine doesn't mean life will be perfect or free of stress. It means you're preparing yourself to handle whatever life throws your way. The routine becomes a stable platform that supports your growth. It's like tuning an instrument every day, so it plays beautiful music when it's time. If you skip tuning regularly, the music sounds off. If you skip your routine, your performance in life falters. Sticking to a routine also means managing your expectations. Results might not show immediately. Growth is often invisible in the early stages. But consistent action leads to visible change. It sharpens your habits, changes your mindset, and improves your productivity. If you give up before the routine takes root, you lose the chance to experience these benefits. Some days will feel harder than others. You'll face distractions, temptations, or just plain exhaustion. Sticking to your routine on those days builds resilience. You learn that discipline isn't about feeling motivated every single time. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it. This habit strengthens your self-trust, which is crucial for long-term success. When you prove to yourself that you can commit, your confidence grows. Another important aspect of sticking to a routine is patience. Habits take time to solidify. It can take weeks or months of daily practice before the routine feels natural. During this time, it's normal to struggle, to slip, or to question if it's worth it. The key is to return to the routine every day without judgment or excuses. This attitude of persistence is what separates those who achieve from those who don't. Your environment plays a huge role in supporting your routine. If you want to stick to waking at 5 a.m. and following your steps, you must create conditions that make it easier. This might mean going to bed earlier, reducing screen time at night, or preparing your morning essentials in advance. Changing your environment to support your goals makes consistency more achievable. It removes unnecessary obstacles and strengthens your commitment. Accountability also helps in sticking to any routine. Sharing your goals with someone you trust, tracking your progress, or using reminders can keep you on track. Knowing that you're responsible not just to yourself, but to others, adds motivation to keep going. This doesn't mean you need a coach or mentor, but having a system that encourages consistency is valuable. Consistency in your morning routine affects more than just the early hours. It sets the tone for the entire day. When you start your day with focus, energy, and a positive mindset, you're more likely to carry those qualities forward. On the other hand, a chaotic or rushed morning often leads to stress and scattered energy throughout the day. Over time, the way you start your day shapes the way you approach life's challenges. Committing to this routine isn't about being perfect. It's about being reliable. You might miss a morning here or there, and that's okay. What matters is that you come back to it and keep going. This ability to recover quickly from setbacks is part of building lasting success habits. The routine acts like a compass, guiding you back to your purpose and priorities when distractions try to pull you off course. As this routine becomes a regular part of your life, you'll notice changes beyond just productivity. You'll experience increased mental clarity, better emotional balance, and greater physical vitality. Your relationships may improve because you bring a more positive and centered version of yourself to others. Your confidence and self-discipline will grow, allowing you to take on bigger challenges. Ultimately, sticking to a daily routine that starts early and focuses on these key habits creates a framework for success that can't be shaken by temporary obstacles. It's a strategy that successful people use to manage their energy, sharpen their focus, and sustain their motivation. The routine becomes more than a list of tasks. It becomes a lifestyle that supports continuous growth and fulfillment. There's a profound power in routine because it turns effort into habit. When something becomes habitual, it no longer relies on willpower or decision-making every day. This frees your mind to focus on what matters most, working on your goals, solving problems, and enjoying life. Habits shape your identity. The more you commit to positive routines, the more you become the person you want to be. Every morning that you show up for yourself with this routine, you're building a future that's brighter and more in your control. Each day adds up, and over weeks and months, the compound effect of consistency leads to extraordinary results. Success isn't about luck or talent alone. It's about the small, disciplined actions you repeat daily. That's why sticking to this routine matters more than anything else. It's the foundation for lasting change, resilience, and growth. It's the difference between wishing for success and creating it. By committing to this practice every day, you're making a promise to yourself, a promise to honor your potential and pursue your goals with steady determination. The journey won't always be easy, but it will be worth it. When you build a daily habit like this, you take control of your life in a powerful way. You decide how your day begins, how you respond to challenges, and how you invest your energy. That control is the real secret behind why successful people wake up early and stick to their routines without fail. So, stay with it. Keep showing up. Keep repeating the habits that strengthen your mind, body, and spirit. Every day you commit, you grow stronger and closer to the life you want.